What's up, guys? Becca Mays here. We got Death Note Season 1, Episode 1, Rebirth. Okay, so I'm doing an anime review series. I know that this season might not be good for people who don't watch anime or don't watch, like, bloody, gory anime, but I watched this first episode. I want to stick by this review. So I just decided to review it for people who love the show. Anyway, this show just starts off with the opening by called The World by Nightmare, and then we get off to the Shimigami realm where we see Ryuk and then after we just see Light Yamagami, not like the live action like Turner, which we all know is one of the worst anime adaptations of all time, next to Dragon Ball Z. But anyway, Dragon Ball Evolution. But anyway, we see like Yamagami and he's just, a normal bored high school he's an intelligent guy. He's bored by the world, but he's also very intelligent. Yeah, and he and Ryuk are talking like at the same time, from the Shimigami realm and the human world. When one day Light is at home at his school, when he sees a mysterious notebook called the Death Note just appear out of nowhere, like just falls down. Light's probably thinking, "Hey, is this legit?" Like, so he goes home and he sees like this kidnapping going on, like criminals are holding people hostage, and he's like reading the Death Note, and it's like the Death Note says that if someone dies and they don't give the specific information of the death of what they're dying of, they'll just die of a heart attack. So he puts the name of the guy who died, and he's put the name of the person who's holding people hostage, and that person just dies. And yeah, and Light goes on, and he just, after doing one death, a normal person would just go, Light would want to see if it's legit. So he takes another person off the list, writes another person who's trying to harass this young woman, and he just kills that person. And you think a normal person would say, this is too much. But not Light. He goes on a 5-day writing, killing criminals spree. I'm not joking. He goes on a killing spree of killing criminals, because in his mind, he thinks that I'll get to what he thinks later. So Ryuk just shows up out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, Light, you got my death. I left the Death Note here." And he's like, "Is this Death Note legit?" And he's like, "I wrote it in English for people, so people can understand." And and basically, so, and Light's like, I want to be the god of the world. I want to create a new world where I'm the only one. I'm where there's no criminals, and those who are nice get to live in this new world. And I want to kill all the criminals. And that's basically Light's whole thing. He wants to kill every criminal so he can create a new world where only people have only people have only good people are alive, and the bad people get written by the Death Note. And basically that's what his whole thing for the thing is. So basically I really enjoyed this first episode. Death Note. It was dark with its whole, like, him, like, killing thing, but, but it was just so, it shows off what it's gonna do from the beginning of the anime to the end of the episode. It's just like, he's curious by the Death Note. He's, like, curious by its, like, power and by its, like, by its, like, what is it, by its, like, power, and he wants to use it to, like, kill people who don't, don't, who are evil, basically, and that's the whole thing of the show. There's also a lot of things in the show that I'll get to in my second episode, but yeah, the first episode was really good, and I hope you guys liked it. If this review series isn't for you, don't watch it, cause I'm doing it cause I watched the show. So if this review series isn't for you and you like more kind-hearted, lighthearted shows, watch my other reviews, cause Buffy and Sabrina are other shows that I like doing. So if you like those, watch those. But if you're into this whole dark killing thing that Light's messed up with, that Light has, watch it. Cause this anime is gonna get good. Cause yeah. Yeah. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next Death Note.